A recession, complete social unrest, and a sinking economy? What is going on in China? Hey guys, welcome to BAM with Sam, where you can be a money maker. In today's video, we're going to be talking about China, what's going on with it, and why this affects you in your everyday life. The Chinese economy has been under a lot of strain lately. Construction and property sales are down, and its country's citizens and overseas investors have lost confidence in the economy. So what is happening? Well, there are many components to this. Bank accounts were frozen, and approximately 39 million won became unavailable to Chinese citizens. That is the same amount as more than $5 billion US dollars. And when I say frozen, I mean frozen. Imagine going to your bank account, knowing the money is there, and seeing the money is there, and not being able to access it. Due to the rage caused by the frozen bank accounts, Chinese citizens began to protest. On July 10th of this year, there were actually thousands of citizens who came together to protest banks in the Henan province. But why is this happening, and how is this happening? How could the system that we trust to get money for us and to keep our money freeze it and allow us to not have access to it anymore? 2 words: fractional reserves. It is a system that Chinese banks follow to keep their money in reserves. With fractional reserves, banks are only required to keep 10% of the assets given by their citizens. So for example, if you have $1,000 in the bank is only required to keep 100 of that $1,000. Now you may be asking, okay, so Sam, what are they doing with the rest of my money? Where's this other $900? Well, they use that $900 and they lend it to Jim Bob. So now Jim Bob has $900 in his account. If you, Jim Bob, Sally Sue, and everybody else who has money in the bank decides to withdraw all on the same day, they're not going to have enough money. They only have enough money for 10% of their customers. Now, can this happen to you? Yes, it can. Because Chinese banks are not the only banks that follow this system of fractional reserves. This is a very well-known and well-practiced system that most banks use today. If you are familiar with the Chinese economic ecosystem, you would know that real estate is a very valuable asset. 70 to 80% of an average Chinese income is used just for real estate. But citizens are refusing to pay their mortgages. Why is that? Because they're not getting their homes. With the real estate market booming, developers were not able to keep up with the demand. So the idea of presale homes was formed. A presale home is when you purchase a home before it's actually made. Persons in China put down payments on homes and began to pay mortgages for homes that did not even exist. The logic behind this is the home value would appreciate by the time the house is completed, so they would accumulate higher returns on their investment. Presale homes were poorly built, sometimes having mismatched finishings and furnishings, or the area of the home was smaller than agreed upon on the contract. And for many who purchased presale homes, the properties were never completed. And this is because developers used a system where they can leverage the income from the previous presale home to create more presale homes. Evergrande is a real estate developer that followed this system. Evergrande is one of the largest real estate developers in China, but has now become notorious for its crippling debt. Evergrande is $300 billion with a B dollars in debt. And the company defaulted in 2021 due to its financial circumstances. Many other real estate developers follow this same system and have defaulted as well. So overall, Chinese citizens have lost confidence in the pre-sale home system. And the reason why this has such a great effect on the Chinese economy is because real estate is representative of 29% of Chinese economy. With real estate in a decline, significant changes will be noticed. So for anyone thinking, Sam, what does this situation in China have to do with me? I'm all the way in this other country. It does affect you. China is one of the largest international exporters. You may see products in the store that all say made in China. If China is going through economic struggle with the bank freezing, the mortgage boycotts, and COVID lockdown, those products will not be as accessible. And the effects of a downturn in their economy will eventually affect the pricing and availability of everyday products that you're used to. We should take what's happening in China as signs of what to notice for other economies. What is happening in China did not just happen over a span of 2 to 3 years. This is due to an accumulation of many different instances. For those watching, I want you to use this as a warning. This can happen to any economy, and you must prepare yourself and your finances for when things like this happen. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions of what I should talk about next, leave it down below. I'll see you in the next video where you learn to be a money maker.